Hello, young apprentice. My name is Darth Maul. Okay, that was weird. Hello, everyone, and welcome to my review of Star Wars Season 3, Episode 2, titled Holocrons of Fate. And, basically, through the intro, guess who's back in this episode? Yeah, it's Darth fucking Maul. And he just seems... I love Darth Maul. It's like... There's a part of me that's like, okay, I've seen enough of him. Yeah, but there's a part of it is like, you know, he's such a presence, and the voice of Sam Witwer, who voices Starkiller in the Star Wars The Force Release material, and being in the TV show, being human. I love that actor. He's so cool. Yeah, anyway, he's back in this episode. And, you know, like basically, Kenan and Ezra were doing something in the beginning. And it's like, oh, well, they gonna, but unfortunately, they get separated from the rest of the group. And essentially, and they get this into message. It's like, oh, it's like, we have a message from our group. Like, so. And it's like, one of the female protagonists in the group, she's like, someone's here to see you, guys. And they're like, what? On the intercom message. And he's just like, hello, my apprentice. And it's like, yes, I love me Darth Maul. Give me more Darth Maul. I'm a typical Star Wars fan for loving him, but it's like, whatever. He's so cool. I love this episode. And what I really like about this episode is they go back to Bendu, voiced like once again by Tom Baker. And he's like, you know, because Darth Maul wants both Holocrons, so they could see and enter something like I don't know, but not much to explain. And there's like, okay, and they go back to Bendu's, like, you know, we're gonna go through the cave and find it. I thought that was quite cool. I love how Kanan took Ezra's lightsaber away. He's like, no, you can't just resolve it with your lightsaber. You gotta resolve it another way. I'm like, great. That's very much like Obi-Wan there. Like, being negotiatory, use words, use dialogue. You can't always use your lightsaber, you know, to make sure everything ends in conflict. It's like, no, diplomacy. Talk to them, be reasonable. And he uses the Force within a regarding way of very much of a sympathy type of route towards these spider-like creatures that we also got to see in Star Wars Season 2, which was really cool for the record. I love those weird creatures. It's like a spider daddy long legs mix, and it's like, oh, those things are creepy, but they're so fascinating. And how we get that, because Bendu put that in a cave. I like that a lot, and how Darth Maul, like, you know, he brings them together. He's like, he wants Ezra so they can both join together within the Force to open these two holocrons, the Jedi and Sith holocron. And you know, Darth Maul walks away with Kanan, and he's like, I do apologize for blinding you. He's like, yeah, I know. It's not like you're trying to kill me. He's like, oh, you know. And he jumps into an area. He's just like, you know, if you don't try once, try again. And he blasts him out into space, and he's like, shh. And I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, how the fuck is he breathing? He's in space. Even in Star Wars logic, that doesn't work. Like, what the hell? Come on, like, I'm like, wouldn't you be like, you know, use a force bubble, put it on your mouth so you can breathe, and granted, you're recycling your own nitrogen within your own CO2 that you're breathing. Like, if you just breathe in your own air, like, I understand that itself can be poisonous, but it's like, couldn't you just do that when he was in space, or do a force bubble over his head? Like, and the fact that he was like kind of like resting up because he was in space and Force levitates himself into the like a docking bay area where they meet up in. I'm just like, how the hell is that possible? Even in, like I said, even in their own logical even in their own unique world with their own type of logic. It's like, how does that work? How the fuck? Just, I ain't got a clue. God damn it. But regardless of that, yeah, I still really love this episode. It's very, very good. And how Darth Maul, and Ezra unlocked these 2 holocrons, and how Kanan was double crossed by Maul. He's still trying to open it. Kanan helps rescue the others from droids that were going to kill them. I guess I'm thinking of my teeth. Oh crap, probably popcorn. Regardless, of that in itself, I really loved that. It was really good. But like the way they were interlocking within the Force, opening the holocrons, and it was like this bright light, and Kanan is just like, he takes off his seeing his mask. Well, it's like his blinders because he's blind, of course. And like he can see like the Force in itself, and everything's very much negative. Like he can see that. I'm like, whoa, that's interesting. I'm like, for a moment there, when watching it online, I'm like, is my computer bugging out? I'm like, no, that's actually the animation. That's kind of weird, but cool. I like that. And the most fascinating thing about this, in my opinion, was when Maul and Ezra were opening the Holocrons. They're like, fate, twins, and I'm like, twins, and Maul's just like, he lives, and he runs away. Well, it's like those big Force like explosion, not too big, but it's big, and it's like, and we're just like, whoa, what the hell? And it's like, well, what to say is it knocks someone out, from a good moment, and they're like, oh, well, Darth Maul's already ran off, and he's like, he lives, and he runs to his thing, and I'm like, yes. Yeah. It goes back to the old Star Wars, the Old Wounds comic book, where I read. It's really, really great. Where Darth Maul goes to Tatooine, and he tries to comfort, and he sees, what the fuck was Luke's uncle's name? Uncle Owen and Beru. And he's just like, and he sees Luke in his arms, and he's like, so he lives. And it's a really great comic. It really is. Not so sure if it's in the canon and non-canon, but whatever. It's a really excellent comic. And then confronts with old Ben Kenobi. I'm like, are we seeing more or not? Because if they do go down this route, then we won't see Maul ever again. And that ties in the comic of Old Wounds. Like, my mind is just geeking out on one sentence. And one sentence is like, that's so cool if they're making that coming in of the comic book of Old Wounds. But if that's true, then we may never see Maul again. Well, at the very least, we know his fate for the people who have read Old Wounds. If someone, I believe I could have I have the title of that comic correct. I believe I do. If I don't, and anyone's like, hey, no, that's not what you're talking about, that's not the title, feel free to leave it down below. Correct me if you can, please. But regardless, that's so cool. But, in the sense of, twins, it's like, I see, like Luke and Leia, all that stuff. But, yeah. Solid, great episode, great voice work, great animation, great how it catalyzed the story more, even though there's no Thrawn in this. I wish there was more Thrawn. Can't wait for next week's episode. But yeah, till then, everyone, my review on the second episode of Star Wars Rebels Season 3. just as great as the first. And I'll see you guys next week with another Star Wars Rebels Season 3, Episode 3 review. Till then, until then, I'll see you guys till then. Bye-bye.